All right, let's take a few minutes to look at this, the rest of this very dangerous interview that Donald Trump gave to Real America's Voice. You might recall that about a half hour ago or 40 minutes ago at the start of the show or earlier in the show, we looked at another request from Donald Trump to Vladimir Putin. Putin's invading Ukraine, and Trump says to Putin, hey, can you get me some dirt on Hunter Biden? That happened yesterday. It's not 2017 or whenever it was, 2016, 2015, Trump saying, hey, Russia, if you're listening. This interview in total was absolutely sick and disgusting. Very clearly, Donald Trump extremely sensitive about the small size of his crowd on Saturday at his rally. Listen to this.
Stands it. They lie, they cheat. I've never seen anything like it. I never knew it was that corrupt. I knew there was a lot of fake stuff going on. Yeah. But since I got into politics, I had a lot of media before, with The Apprentice and all the things I've done and the business. But I've never seen anything like it. They will not write a good story. I have great poll numbers. They don't put them out. I have great things happening. Like
super confident alpha male, huh, guys?
Just the other day, we had a fantastic rally in Georgia. Some guy from, I think it's NPR or something. I never heard of the person. Said, oh, the rally wasn't well attended. The sheriff just said it was 25,000 people. He said it was a couple of thousand people or less than 5,000 people. We had less than 5,000 people, and we had 5,000 people in the first few rows. I think you were there. Your people, your cameramen are just saying, sir, that rally was packed.
They said, sir, the rally was just absolutely packed. So it was the smallest crowd for a Trump rally, I think, in 6 years, and Trump very, very sensitive about it. Trump continuing to play up the story of inflation and supply chain issues, but playing it up with just weird talking points that don't make any sense. And of course, it's very clear that Trump doesn't have any idea how the real world works. Take a listen to this.
An example, supply chain. You go to a store, they don't have bread. We're like a third world country. They don't have things. You go to buy something at Tiffany, you go to buy something at a hardware store, high, low.
I love that. It's like, listen, I don't know that you've ever been to a grocery store to buy bread, and I don't know that you've ever been to a hardware store looking for a drywall anchor. But in the middle, he says, if you go to Tiffany, which is not exactly, relatable to most people.
They don't have product. They say, even me, when I order things like for furnishings, for a building or something.
Trump's regularly ordering tchotchkes off of Amazon.
They say it's going to take 9 months to get it. It used to be like same day service. Supply chain. We never even heard the term.
Now, of course, we did. Many of us, in the business field, back even in business school, we would do case studies on supply chain. But Trump says we never heard it before. This is maybe my favorite part of the interview. Dave Weigel is a reporter who's a friend of the show. He's a really good guy. I've known Dave Weigel for a really long time. Here, Trump doesn't like what Dave Weigel had to say. Check this out.
Rallies, you can't even get into them. The people get there and I have to put up with this. I had the Washington Post write a story that a rally I was giving in an arena, that the arena was empty. It was a man that you know very well in the Washington Post, and it was empty about 10 hours before.
He will eventually name Dave, so just keep listening.
Sitting there, and he showed an empty, thousands of people outside waiting to get in. And then they came, and he had to do an apology, actually, because the arena was packed. And you know who went after him? The people in the arena, because they saw it, that it was an empty arena, and you couldn't. They used the steps as seats. It was thousands and thousands of people.
Right.
Far more than an NBA game. His name was Weigel or Weigel for the Washington Post. And he had to do an apology.
I can assure you that Dave Weigel is absolutely loving this. Trump also says Democrats are, quote, bad on religion.
But it's like Florida. Everyone said, oh, Florida, Florida. But I won in like a landslide. The way you win is you have to win them, because when they have no voter ID, defund the police, sanctuary cities, weak military, we're going to raise your taxes, no energy independence, all things that were all done. And they're against it.
Now, what is really interesting about this is every single one of those claims. We could actually go through them, one at a time. Trump actually says, if we look at the subtitles here, we have no voter ID. Well, actually, there's plenty of places that have voter ID. The issue is the implementation of voter ID. Defund the police. No serious Democrats are actually looking to defund the police. Sanctuary cities. These are municipal decisions that are made, and it doesn't have anything to do with the federal government, as Donald Trump claims that it does. Weak military. Democrats keep rubber stamping military budgets just like do Republicans. Raise your taxes. Well, not on people earning under $400,000. And then, of course, no energy independence. We produced as much oil as we used in 2020 and also in 2021 under Joe Biden. I mean, all of these things are not true, but his followers don't care.
We're all done. And they're against it. Bad on religion, bad on the Second Amendment, bad on oil. Think of it. They said, I'm going to have a close race in Texas, but they're against God, right? Just look at it. God, guns, and oil. I won Texas in a record, right?
No, there was no record. Actually, Trump won Texas by quite a small margin for a Republican. And this is the difficulty when we say we just have to talk to these people. David, just talk to these people and they'll see reason. There are so many lies upon lies. I mean, it's a throwaway in here, right? It's a throwaway that I won Texas by a record. No, you didn't. And it's not even the point of the actual story. And so it becomes almost a physical impossibility to unwind the lie upon lie upon lie. One last clip here, and this is an interesting policy thing. It started to be floated by Matt Gaetz, the radical Republican congressman under investigation for child sex trafficking. Trump's former propagandist Steve Bannon has talked about this. What if Republicans win the House in 2022, in a few months, and then they make Donald Trump the Speaker of the House? Because remember, you don't have to be a member of Congress to be Speaker of the House. Trump actually says here he's not interested in it.
Oh, I want to ask a follow-up while we're talking about Congress, because these comments went viral. At the rally, when Congressman Matt Gaetz brought up you being nominated for Speaker of the House, and your reaction intrigued me because I couldn't tell one way or the other how you felt about that. Your reaction?
No, I think that it's not something I want to. A lot of people bring it up. It's brought up all the time.
Yeah.
No, it's not something I want to do. I want to look at what's happening, and then we're going to be doing something else. No, it's not something I would.
We're going to be doing something else. You guys know why Trump really doesn't want to be Speaker. So, okay, his ego would not allow him to go from having been president to being Speaker of the House. Fine. I totally get that. That makes sense from an ego standpoint. Being Speaker of the House actually is more work, the way Trump would have to be doing it, and compared to the way Trump did the job of the president. Because as president, in theory, you would imagine being president's a very busy job. Trump had hours of TV time in the morning, and then he would often spend the afternoon tweeting before he was banned from Twitter, and so on and so forth. So it would be a lot more work for Trump to be the Speaker of the House. But interesting that he's saying, I just don't want to do it. And that basically puts an end to that discussion. I mean, if Trump doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it. So there's Trump. Very strange interview. His mood seems sort of altered, and granting just any old interview these days. And I think that we will soon see a greater level of involvement in the 2022 midterms. And it's really important that the left have a strategy in place, because otherwise they actually, as cartoonishly ignorant as they are, they're going to run away with it unless the left gets it together. One of our sponsors today is Immi, the world's first low-carb, high-protein, 100% plant-based instant ramen. Immi has only 6 net carbs, perfect if you're doing keto or low-carb. Unlike regular ramen, it has 21 grams of protein, helping you feel fuller longer. 18 grams of fiber, that's 4 times more than most other ramen brands. And Immi also has 35% less sodium than competitors, so you don't get that bloat and thirst. Immi uses only high-quality ingredients. They don't use a lot of preservatives that many other ramen brands use. I love making Immi ramen as a snack, just like any other instant ramen. You put it in the microwave, ready in a few minutes. I love adding green onion and mushrooms to it. Immi comes in spicy beef, tom yum shrimp, black garlic chicken. I've tried all three. They're all delicious and they're plant-based. Right now, Immy is giving my audience $5 off when you go to immyeats.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.